Hey guys, road to good intentions and all of that. Apparently I don't get to meet you at the treasure box because this dude stopped me on the bridge. You were there when Salsa died, were you not? She very stuff. Kinda. Oh. I mean, it was mental anguish. No, she did. Bring pressure like on you. And self-boy. Just really trying to change. Never once spoke about her life before she lived. Right, not only but about her. First life she was born into. The other kids teased her about being an orphan. She cried, bitter, angry. That same look in her eyes today, she said she was what I wanted for her family, but I never found the words to tell her. She stopped to have paper plates. Couldn't find the rope to die in the children. Part of it hey, we're actually heading there anyway, so good deal. I'm actually glad he stopped me. All of you. But we're barring still. Okay, it's like a memorial purpose, right? But once again, how the hell do I get there? I don't feel like the answer is leave the city. I'm a little bit of a loss of what the answer actually is. No, I have to come out the other side. God dang it. I don't have to go through the palace to get there. I just, for the life of me, do not remember the way. Not that way. I do this every friggin' time, you guys. I can never remember the actual path. I always think it's through here, and it never is. Damn broken. God, every single time I forget that this place exists. I think I remembered it before 2 turns. I always forget how like much shorter the travel time is on that whenever you're adult. Or okay, no, this is not Link's the Past or Link Ocarina of Link. What I mean to say is that whenever you are in a like combat area where things attack you, it always takes so much longer, or you run out of energy so much quicker. I think we're getting through here relatively easily. And then I flipped it up. I thought you could get by at the under end of that, but apparently I am. I wait for this to stop. Slowly make our way up this. Edge. Edge kind of do have Like, it's a very slow go, but you do have really big slump, right? And yeah, with this being hit right up underneath it, yeah. So I guess you have to wait for a break. I don't remember that you had one. Maybe I just got lucky if that was actually a break. Yeah, it was. Okay, I just did not notice that the first time around. We'll go ahead and, like, record my progress just in case. I don't feel like that's necessary, but I can't imagine there's going to be another boss here. You can just pick it up, you know. No.
Why did you come back? You know I have to kill you now.
Sagi, are you sure we can win? How should I know? But we'll have bigger problems if we don't try.
I didn't mean to trigger this.
Having second thoughts? Just give it up.
Yeah, I definitely cannot fight him. Not yet. That's all I want. That's interesting that he just kind of lets me go, but I get why. So that's basically an Ultima weapon situation. Where it's just like, yeah, like this is super difficult boss, but you have the option of fighting if you want. Yeah, but that's exciting. Oh hey, that's completely worthless. His role is just to sit in that cave forever now. Like, I kind of figured he would leave once all the action went down, but I guess not. Yeah, I'm not interested in fighting him. I'm leaving. Okay, that was minimally painful. I'm glad I talked to him again. That's the real mirror. Yeah, I found it at the Lesser Celestial River. Yeah, he used to. I'm glad to have it back. He didn't put my trust in someone. Even when he's lost, he would have done that for someone. He's going out now. How do you see it in the countryside? Alright. Get this to the guy on the bridge, and then we'll have done our good deed for the episode and head back to report into Paris. Or, as I like to call him, Mr. Quaster. Never forget what happens. One among us forever also not sure what to offer you. I was looking for something. kingdom. They'll have to actually get more and more extreme. Okay, so back to Elfar. I still love this ship. This ship is awesome. First of all, I think I gained a level. I don't know if I gained a rank or not. Okay. And then we'll move back to... We need to get one more of these. I didn't think anything really would come of that, but I remember that I had it, and I was like, I should, like, there's no reason not to give it to him, right? It takes 2 minutes. Be a nice person for once in your life, Soggy. That's not really fair. It's like, Soggy's an ugly guy. Right, Greater Mintaka. This is so weird that there's 2 different cities named Mintaka. I've gotten used to it now, but it's still weird. Let's go where to go. Here to report in, Captain Man. Human officer and assistant. Yep.
So then they're still in the early stages of pro-machination. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. King Laticon and his knights are taking steps to prevent it from reaching completion. Coister, Balehide is moving much quicker than we thought. This time he took over Nashira and the Cloud Vents at the same time.
You're quite right. The enemy is moving extremely fast. Quaestor, there's been word that he's already sent soldiers to Sadal Sood as well.
Yep, and Anuenue.
Sadal Sood. Gelderblame, what do you think of that?
I still like Gildeblame better. I know I will say that every single time I hear his name pronounced aloud.
It's a danger, sir. The Lord of Sadal Sood is away, and an Arivist named Rodolfo is after his title.
Calls are Arivist.
Rodolfo is the sort you could easily wrap around your little finger were the deal sweet enough.
My guardian spirit seems to share that opinion. She's warning me not to leave Rodolfo to his own devices. Sagi, what does your spirit say?
He feels the same way, sir.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't remember ever declaring what my gender was. So, does that mean that everyone plays this game, the spirit is a male?
I see. Then you had better head for Sadal Sood. Make contact with this Rodolfo, and intervene if he seems likely to go along with pro-machination.
Understood.
No problem.
I'm counting on you.
Yes, sir.
What's wrong? You look like you have something to say. Go on, let's hear
I
it.
do have to say, I'm a little bit weirded out by the fact that even I, as suspicious as I am, like, I am OOC'ly suspicious, but by, like, so, I don't know if you guys do, but for me as a player, I'm constantly sort of juggling what my opinion is, like, as my opinion, and what my opinion is as a person in this world and in this game. And, like, if I were playing as Soggy, like, obviously I'm Soggy's spirit, the way that's set up, but if I were Soggy, I would completely trust in Varys. Like, everything he's done has been completely on the up and up. There's enough subtle hints around the edges of the plot that I can metagamely say that I don't trust Varys, but I don't. I do think that there's going to be a shoe that will drop, and that Varys is, playing his own game and is not being completely honest with us. Obviously, the fact that Gilda Blame is at his right side, I've already mentioned Gilda Blame, is like his second in command, and we know he eventually takes over the Empire, says that either Varys will get betrayed at some point, or Varys is into some sticky dealings of his own, and we'll have to take him down by the end of the plot and leave Gilda Blame in a vacuum where Gilda Blame can take over. One of those two things will happen. But what's interesting is that just how completely accepting I am from Soggy's first point of view, just to do anything he says. And that's unusual. That's distinct difference.
Quaester, you know something about the Umbrus, don't you? Shanath and Valara call them afterlings. And there was something about Malpertio.
Where did you hear this?
They were talking about it. And Quaester, you said afterling yourself.
You mean when I called you in diadem? Me and my loose tongue.
So you do know something about them.
All right, I'll tell you. I suppose I shouldn't have waited this long.
See, like, that is a super, super good, subtle response that I like. I like it a lot.
Do you know the story of the ancient War of the Gods?
No. I do not know it.
Yeah, all I know is that it's some kind of legend.
It's not a legend. The War of the Gods really happened.
It's true. I learned about it in the School of Magic. Nearly 1,000 years ago, there was a war amongst the gods.
Okay, Millie, let the man talk. Like, he's the one that knows things we don't.
I've heard a record of the war still exists.
That's right. The children of the earth who live in Dure recorded what happened. It began 1,000 years ago when the wicked god Malpertio rebelled against the other gods.
So this is interesting. I have to wonder, is it exactly 1,000 years ago? That seems a very convenient date.
He called forth a host of dark brethren, intending to remake the world as he saw fit.
The Dark Brethren are the ones that you could sell your soul to back in the before times with wise people.
Soon the other gods were annihilated, the earth withered, and the world fell into darkness. The world would have been destroyed had no one intervened. But the children of the earth's ancestors stepped in. They defeated the wicked god and sealed away his power.
So here's another thing that, this is not really a complaint. Like, this game is actually really, really well executed. It's a lot better than the original Baten Kaitos, in my opinion. I think a lot of people have said the same thing. Like, that this game is super, super, super well done. But what's interesting, and this happens a lot, where you'll go back and you'll do a prequel game, and then for some strange reason, the prequel game is just another story that happened before the main game, but it's not the story that the main game referenced. Like, the main game was all about Malpersio and how he was sealed away, and I would have thought, or I heard Baten Kaitos' origins, that this would be the war with Malpersio and, how he was sealed away. But no! That still is in the ancient past. The origin, Baten Kaitos' origins isn't actually the origins of Baten Kaitos at all. And I'm just like, why can't we ever see this story?
Incidentally, have you ever wondered why the world's continents float in the sky?
Although, theoretically, the whole thing with Wiseman might actually be that happening. I'm not gonna say who cares, that's rude. Don't be rude.
I've always assumed that's the way it's supposed to be.
Me too.
A god's power keeps them aloft, namely the End Magnus in which Malpersio was sealed.
And Magnus.
The children of the Earth's ancestors divided the wicked god's remains into 5 End Magnus and sealed 1 in each continent.
Interesting. Then, because when he got woken up, I knew that if he fully awoken, then that would cause the... Yeah, because at the end of the game, we did kind of descend back down to the world below, and everyone thought they would die, but it was okay. It's interesting that each continent didn't descend as that section was broken.
Then they severed the continents from the tainted Earth and used Malpersio's power to set them aloft.
What does this have to do with those monsters we saw?
He's getting there. He's got to build up to it.
Only part of Malpersio's body was sealed in the End Magnus. What do you think became of the rest?
That's odd. Why would they leave some of it just laying around? Okay, and actually, this has nothing to do with anything, but I just suddenly noticed. How come this eye is glowing? Like, I also love the fact that it's on an emulator, so I can just use my mouse and point at things instead of just being like, if you look up into this, But yeah, that's not a. That's a glowing eye, and I don't know what it's supposed to represent.
Did it disappear?
If only it did, things would be much simpler.
I actually didn't mean to select that. I got distracted.
So then, it was discarded.
I may have still picked this
That's
here,
right.
'cause discarded
After the
stupid.
wicked god was torn asunder, those pieces possessing the most power were sealed in the End Magnus, and the rest were scattered throughout the world so that the fiend could not revive. The Umbras you've seen are the discarded pieces of Malpersio.
Why do they spring out of people? Are you saying people are the essence of Malpersio?
To be exact, they're living beings with the pieces growing inside. You see, the pieces have no real power until they live inside another creature.
So then Baten and Celsica were both carriers of Malpersio's remains?
Can you ever know?
Correct. The pieces alone could never have revived, but by latching on to a host.
Is that why they said Celsica said that she was trapped in her own life and never did the things she couldn't stand?
Their 1,000-year yearning for life was fulfilled. When the pieces awaken is determined by the carrier's emotional state. Feelings of loss, of sadness, negative emotions cause the wicked god to surface.
But we should all be super nice to everyone forever.
Isn't there any way to save the carriers?
I doubt it. If the carriers knew who they were, things would be different.
It sounded like Celsica did actually know, though.
But they don't. Not until they've already turned into monsters.
That's an interesting twist. It's almost like the Sephiroth gene.
That's all I can tell you. Are you satisfied?
Yes, sir.
Then back to the task at hand. It's not much, but I prepared some new Magnus. Take them with you.
Apples. At it. Stopheles. I do think I'll actually put those in. Okay, do. Pixie garb. Keep the hermits, because I actually do really like having that. That's quite helpful. Chainmail. Well, the sword tears. Okay. You know what? No. Nothing but hermit's gain. Probably foolish, but the canes, that'll just force me to use the canes every time they come up, because they're now my only zeros, which is good. I hate being stuck on zeros to just kind of flood my hand. And everyone can use the hermit's cane. I frankly wish I could find more of them. I would buy them. Okay, so they said to go to Subtle Suad first. I shall do that. Oh, cast. Here's the problem with having this thing being that flashy. Like, everyone can know exactly where we are, and like our companies and buildings are very, very easy to track. I was actually going to say something smart about how, oh, I bet that's just an animation and we're just already docked at the end. That's easier. But no, they actually do show us coming in.
Isn't Firkad supposed to be the biggest city in Sadal Sud?
Yeah.
What does that say about Sadal Sud? There's nothing here.
That's okay. I like the peace and quiet. It reminds me of Hasale.
Milliard, I thought Sadal Sud wasn't part of the Empire.
I was wondering why there were Imperial soldiers here.
It's not. Why?
I'm spying an awful lot of Imperial soldiers.
Hey, you're right.
I spy with my robot eye.
But now that you mention it, didn't Gelderblame say as much? He told us Balehite already deployed soldiers to Sadal Sud.
He's always one step ahead.
Well, he's got more than 3 agents.
What should we do?
Well, for Rodolfo. It's sort of
Yeah,
right.
good idea. The whole reason we're here is to meet with this Rodolfo person.
Well, let's go find Rodolfo then and see what he has to say.
It doesn't make sense for us to just randomly start a fight with soldiers like when we're still on the same side. It's another gorgeous day. Forever when the sky's clear. Oh, well, hi there, you little rugrat. What have you bit? The Empire really amazed? Is that really pretty? can. Mountain apples. I've been running around calling mountain apples every day. I don't know why she speaks like that. Even though it starts to read What? I doubt it. Wait, seriously? We're on the same side. I know we're not. Come on. Mass man-eater, huh? You don't know what expected. First of all, I did not cook. And we don't want it hanging up. Dum dum. So obviously we're the other two, but I'm surprised that the one person only has one of us. It'll make me with Rodolfo a little bit awkward, but that's going to be the episode. It's going to be next time when we go and have an awkward meet with Rodolfo. Look forward to it.